Have you ever heard of the mysterious case of Andrew Dawson, a man who lived a simple and regular life? Until one day, he spots something strange on top of a mountain, something that apparently he wasn't supposed to see. Andrew records what looks like a giant humanoid figure on top of a mountain in British Columbia, Canada. After posting the video to TikTok, his life becomes a complete living nightmare. From UFOs to black choppers,
2 helicopters. What the?
Mysterious roadblocks and black cars following and chasing him around, Andrew's life is turned upside down. Now here's where things get really strange. After posting a video telling his fans that it was all faked for views, scripted and all, he disappears completely from the internet, never to post another video on TikTok. And then on July 1st, 2022, his TikTok fans find out that his obituary was posted on the Campbell River Mirror, indicating that he had mysteriously passed away. I mean, this has to be one of the most mysterious and unexplained cases in the past few years, and it involves UFOs, giant humanoid figures, a possible cover-up, and more. And it also leaves several questions floating around. Questions like, are there giants?
Eu vi gigante aí arriba.
Foi que eu simplesmente estava fazendo caminhada com o Jacob e a gente está literalmente no centro do mato, só tem mato aqui em volta. E ele começou a latir para esse ponto da trilha. E eu fui ver o que ele estava latindo, achei que era algum bicho. A primeira coisa que a gente viu foi que essa parte da mata caiu, não tem evidência nenhuma de que foi lenhador ou alguma coisa. Aí eu segui mais pra cá e eu achei essa marca. É gigante.
Do they really exist? Where do they come from? And why would anyone want to cover this up? The thing is, I did some digging around and I found some really interesting things, not only about Andrew's case, but also regarding the fact that maybe there's a huge cover-up going on when it comes to giants and their origin. But why? Today, I'm going to be showing you guys videos, pictures, and evidence from people all over the world that may actually prove their existence. And what you're about to see may actually shatter absolutely everything that you thought you knew about our world.
Oh, what the crap? Is that a guy? What the frick?
Are you ready? Well, let's go. When we delve into the mysteries of our past, we uncover a world filled with enigmatic wonders. One captivating notion suggests that in earlier eras, our planet was inhabited by creatures of extraordinary size and stature. Some of the creatures that we still see today in our world, such as crocodiles, snakes, and even armadillos, they were absolutely massive, but they're not so big nowadays. So what happened? It seems that in the distant past, various factors, including higher oxygen levels and unique environmental conditions, could have created the ideal place for the growth of colossal organisms. Trees, birds, turtles. These things were much more massive in a distant past than they are today. So one has to wonder, what if there were also giant humanoid creatures of some sort? And is there any evidence of such a thing? I guess that one of the oldest records of the existence, or the possible existence of giants amongst us, was the Epic of Gilgamesh, a story that was written about 4,000 to 5,000 years ago. Now, the epic portrays Gilgamesh as a very powerful and very tall king, the king of Uruk, a region nowadays known as Iraq. Now, Gilgamesh was mostly known to be a 5-meter tall, fearless man. a man who built a gigantic wall around Uruk. And while there is no definite historical records confirming his existence, in the 1800s, British explorer William Loftus actually excavated remains of what's supposed to be Uruk, suggesting that it did exist about 4,000 to 5,000 years ago. But it's not just the Epic of Gilgamesh that portrays giants. From Norse mythology to the American Indian tribes, you'll find that similar stories are told in different periods of time by different nations throughout the world. But let's just say that maybe giants did exist in the past. There should be more evidence, at least more than just myths and legends. And maybe there is. If we start taking a closer look into ancient megalithic constructions, there's so much about it that we still don't know to this day. In ancient Egypt, we have the pyramids and many other megalithic constructions that to this day no one knows exactly how they were built. Some of these stones weigh more than hundreds of tons, and they are not local stones.
And again, it's believed that the boxes themselves weigh how much?
70 ton for the box and 30 ton for the lid. So the total of 100 ton for the box and the lid.
And this is not local stone?
No, this is not local stone.
Where was it brought from, do you think?
Not closer than Aswan, which is 1,000 kilometers from here.
People would have to travel thousands of kilometers just to get these stones where they are today. How was it done that long ago? Well, no one knows. There are many theories, of course, but none proven. The same with the statues located in the eastern island. Some of these statues weigh around 80 tons and are more than 10 meters tall. It's big, and there are many of them. How did they get there? And who do they represent? I mean, it's a really small island in the middle of nowhere. How? In Japan, there are also many strange megalithic constructions. For example, in 1987, a local diver exploring off the coast of Japan's Ryukyu Islands stumbled across a startling discovery. What looked like a gigantic underwater pyramid was spotted 25 meters below the surface. Known today as the Yonaguni Monument, this massive construction is one of the world's most unusual underwater sites. Nicknamed Japan's Atlantis, the rectangular, pyramid-like monument is believed to be at least 10,000 years old. Now, I could go on for hours talking about these megalithic constructions. There's also Stonehenge, the Ellora Caves system. There's also the mysterious megalithic site of Gunung Padang in Indonesia. Now, what's very curious about Gunung Padang is that in 2018, Indonesian scientists presented data to make their case that maybe Gunung Padang is in fact one of the world's oldest known pyramid-like structures. Their research, which has been conducted over the course of several years, suggests that Gunung Padang is not just a hill as we think it is, but is actually a layered series of ancient structures with foundations dating back to some 10,000 years ago or maybe even more. But Gunung Padang isn't the only place where you'll find these mysterious rocks sort of laying around in an organized pattern. There's one place in Nigeria in Africa, one that most people don't even know exists, called Dutsen Mamaki, and it really looks a little bit like Gunung Padang. But all this could be just a big coincidence, couldn't it? If it weren't for the fact that in some of these megalithic sites, you'll not only find giant footprints laying around,
Encuentro a 80 kilómetros de la ciudad de Tarija, en el departamento. Les voy a mostrar una huella. Aquí, por ejemplo, ustedes ven la parte del talón que va formando el pie, sus dedos, el dedo grande o gordo a mi pie. Es enorme, ¿no?
but also depictions and sometimes hieroglyphs of giant humanoid figures walking amongst humans. This might actually suggest that something happened in the past, something that we're not being told about. But here's where things take a dark turn. If there is some sort of cover-up on giants living in the past or maybe even in the present, there should be more evidence laying around. And there is. Right now, I'm going to show you guys compelling footage that may actually prove the existence of giants in the past and even maybe in the present. Let's start with giant fossilized footprints. Just close by Gunung Padang, there are legends and myths of giant humanoid living amongst humans. These are just legends, right? However, on the shorelines of Tapak Tuan in Indonesia, about 980 miles from Gunung Padang, you'll find these giant footprints laying around.
Samping itu pemandangan sekitarnya juga indah. Tebing-tebing, ya.
I did research about this footprint in Tapak Tuan in Indonesia and I found very little information on it. Is it artificially made or is it the real deal? Unfortunately, I'm not sure and it seems no one is. What I did find, however, was a couple of pictures of it from 2011 and 2012. But it doesn't stop there. Curiously, the same thing happens very close by to the megalithic site of Dutsen Mamaki in Nigeria. A YouTuber by the name of David Nkwa has been dedicating some of his time to exploring parts of Africa in search for giants. And in a couple of videos of his, he's actually found what looks like giant footprints about 200 miles south of Dutsen Mamaki in Nigeria, Africa.
Places looking for the step and the foot of the giant. We finally found it here.
So I am with one of the elders in this community who also know a lot more about this.
Now, what you are seeing here is the footprint of the giant. Taking back, doing washing and everything. Our foreparents, our forefathers told us that this was the footprint of a giant during ancient period. The giant was moving to Cameroon side.
But when it comes to supposed giant footprints, there are many out there that we could go on and talk about. For instance, in Pingyuan in China, there's a huge giant footprint that was found recently. There's also one in Lazovsky, Russia. Another one in Africa that was discovered in 1912 by a hunter named Stoffel Koetsky.
There's the big toe. And the other 4 toes, down to the small toe, down to the heel.
There are also the mysterious giant footprints found in northern Syria in the Aindara temple. To this day, researchers and historians are divided about the origin of the footprints. Some believe that they were actually carved by men in order to remember the presence of the gods. Other historians and researchers suggest that these footprints are actually the real deal. And if they are, the giant that made them would have been around 20 meters tall. Unfortunately, we will never know the truth about these footprints because the Aindara temple was partially destroyed by the Turkish Air Force in 2018. There are also giant skeletons that have been found all over the world. And one that caught the attention of a lot of people was one that was found in Missouri in 1933 by J.D. Crane, a landowner who decided to cut a few trees down to build a house, and while he was digging around, he found 7 skeletons, and one of them was about 8 feet tall. And to make things even stranger, 1 year prior to this mysterious find, an article with pictures was actually published in the Steelville Ledger on June 15th, 1933. In the picture, a regular person lays down next to the skeleton as a reference of size. As you can see, it's massive. And apparently this finding was taken so seriously that it was actually aired on the History Channel recently, in a specific episode about giants. There were many other giant skeletons that were supposedly found all over the world. But the thing is, if there is indeed a massive cover-up on the topic, one question still remains. Do these giants still exist to this day, hiding somewhere in our planet? And if they do, has anyone accidentally captured it on camera? I've been searching for videos that may actually prove their existence, and I found quite a few, and some of them may actually shatter absolutely everything that we know about our world.
What's down here? What the f is that? What is it? What is that? What is that?
Let's start with the mysterious case of Andrew Dawson, a man who lived a regular and simple life. He posted regular daily vlog type videos in his TikTok account. Until one day in April 2022, he captured something really strange on top of a mountain in British Columbia, Canada. Check this out.
What is it?
It's a person, dude. No, seriously, pull over, pull over.
No.
There's a person standing there.
No, it's not.
Dude, if you've seen what I've seen right now.
In the video, Andrew spots what looks like a giant humanoid being on top of a mountain. The mountain in question is Canoe Mountain, roughly 15 kilometers south of Valemount in British Columbia, Canada. Needless to say, Andrew's video was a viral sensation at the time, amassing around 16 million views. People were completely baffled about it, and they wanted to know more about this giant figure. So Andrew posted an update. Apparently, whatever this thing was, it was gone. It was no longer there, and this is the video that he recorded.
We are on our way. We're gonna go find somewhere closer, and I'm gonna set my camera on something so you guys aren't complaining how shaky it is in the truck. Okay, I'm gonna use this as a tripod to try to keep it steady for you guys. And it's not even there anymore, too. That's where it was yesterday. I spoke to some locals and it comes and goes apparently, I don't know.
The next day, Andrew posts an update, a very strange update, stating that he had encountered some sort of CIA agent that had stopped him on his way to the top of the mountain. This is the video he uploaded.
I just got stopped by like some CIA agent. He told me to turn around, said I'm trespassing. I said it's a public area, like a public park or whatever. I didn't get it on camera, but I'm gonna go again tomorrow and be prepared to be filming right now because he stopped the vehicle. His truck was blocking it. I don't know. He told me to go back and said I was trespassing. I don't get it. It was awkward, but I'm going back.
Very strange video from Andrew Dawson, and at the time, a lot of people thought that he was faking it, and to be honest, so did I. And on April 13th, 2022, Andrew Dawson woke up very early in the morning to venture himself onto the top of the mountain once again. And this is what happened.
Alright, I woke up extra early today. Actually, we're gonna go on an adventure. It's currently 5:30 in the morning. I'm gonna see if he's there early in the morning and see if I can get up a little bit.
Now this is where things begin to take a really dark turn for Andrew Dawson. While driving to Canoe Mountain, Andrew spots what looks like some sort of UFO hovering just above the mountain where he saw this giant humanoid figure. He stops his car to record it.
What the is that? Yeah, it's not my window. I'll show you.
Hours later, he returns along the route towards the mountain and spots two black choppers apparently extracting something from the mountain.
So they're extracting something out of here. There's two helicopters. What the?
Completely intrigued by whatever was going on, that same night, Andrew almost reaches the top of the mountain. However, before doing so, a black car stops him, and this is what he caught on camera.
What's going on?
Road's closed. Turn around.
Really?
Yeah, man. Just turn around.
Oh, okay. Have a good night, man. So that was up. There he is. I'm driving past him again. Just turned around. I don't understand why it's closed off though. It's a public park or a public road or whatever.
From this point on, Andrew's life becomes a complete nightmare, and in his next video he posts an update titled "Being Stalked." Check this out.
I think that's the same vehicle from... Hey!
What appears to be the same mysterious black car that he encountered on top of the mountain is now in front of his house, apparently watching him. Afraid, and at this point, not very sure what to do next, Andrew uploads a video stating that absolutely everything that happened to him was fake. To this day, no one knows if this video is real or if he was being forced to say so.
I just want to give you an update. I'm not dead. I have not disappeared. I have just been busy with life. I couldn't get around to posting and updating you guys, so now I'm going to give you an official update of what's been going on. Sorry to disappoint you guys, but all of the videos that I posted were scripted. They're just fake. They were just strictly for entertainment. I'm sorry to disappoint you guys. I just needed to give you a quick...
In another video, he posted a disturbing update, stating that people might not actually see him post ever again.
You might not see me post ever again. My videos weren't fake.
And on April 17th, he uploads a mysterious and last video of what looks like a military base on top of Canoe Mountain.
What is that? That was not there yesterday.
From that day on, Andrew Dawson was nowhere to be seen or heard again on the internet. And on July 1st, 2022, his subscribers find out that his obituary was posted to the Campbell River Mirror, suggesting that he had mysteriously passed away. Some state that Andrew actually passed away because of a depression that he was facing. Others believe that because of the strange sequence of events that happened to him, it was most likely covered up or something like that. But I guess that we will never know. But when it comes to people recording these mysterious giant figures, it doesn't stop there.
Spawn while we're watching them. Alright. How do you track them? There's two more black dots. Cody. Oh, what the crap? Is that a guy?
In a recent and very mysterious video posted by Reddit user Panty Dinner 2003, titled "Is This a Skinwalker?", a couple of friends actually capture by accident what looks like a giant humanoid creature crossing a field in Louisiana. The thing is, if you notice in this video, whatever this thing is, it's just too big and pacing too quickly compared to a regular human being. Check this out.
Alright. How do you track them? There's two more black dots. Cody. Oh, what the crap? Is that a guy? What the frick? What the? What was that? He's walking creepy. Dude, that was a skinwalker. What? Follow him. I videoed it. What the frick?
After being posted, the video amassed hundreds of comments from people all over the world stating that this has to be something other than just a human being. It's too big and it's walking too fast. Most users agree that this is probably not a skinwalker, but maybe something else. But when it comes to not having any doubt at all that what we're seeing might actually be a giant, there are a couple of videos that were recorded on December 2012 in Mexico in a place called Aguas Calientes. A trucker by the name of Luis Fr. was taking a break at a truck stop when all of a sudden he noticed this mysterious figure on top of a mountain, and this is what he captured on camera.
Yo vi un gigante ahí arriba. ¿Qué será? Se mueve, se mueve.
In the video, we can clearly see what looks like a giant humanoid being moving around on top of a mountain. And there's a specific moment a really big truck passes by on the highway, and we can actually have a reference for size. And whatever this humanoid being is, it has to be gigantic in size. The trucker actually captured another video, one in which we can actually see this thing moving around a little bit better. Check this out.
Que ya se movió del lugar. Mire. Ya lo veo caminando. Véalo. Nos invaden los gigantes.
After being posted, the videos amassed millions of views and thousands of comments. Some internet users believe that this is the real deal, while others think that this is fake, that it's just somebody using a cardboard or something like that trying to fool us around. However, in a better stabilized version of the video, we can actually see that this thing has organic movements. In other words, this is a person, but a very tall one. In Peru, there were also strange sightings captured by Gladys Cordova YouTube channel. Gladys has been dedicating her time to recording strange phenomena in a specific mountain of Peru, and she has been uploading these videos to her channel for quite a while now. And in one of her videos, she accidentally captures what looks like a giant humanoid climbing down a mountain.
Bienvenidos, soy Gladys Córdoba y observaremos el extraño comportamiento de este personaje que desciende rápidamente en una zona muy peligrosa.
In this particular video, most internet users seem to agree that there's something odd about the man climbing down the mountain. Some mention that he's using some sort of uniform. Others state that he's climbing down the mountain quite fast. And others later compare the people that she captures climbing up the mountain as being a bit smaller and very much slower to actually move around the mountain. But I'm not too sure, I could be wrong. What do you think? Now, when it comes to giants, recently there have been several strange videos of trees actually being moved around like they're just sticks. Now, I do know that loggers use machines to move trees around, and in some of these videos I'm pretty sure that it's just that. However, there is one specific video that became a viral sensation last year where you can actually see several trees being moved around all at once, which leaves us the question, what is really going on here? Apparently, the backstory of the video is that a surveyor for a logging company was flying a drone to plan the logging sections in Tennessee. This is when he all of a sudden noticed that several trees were being moved around. He then proceeded to record this. Apparently, logging companies do have these machines and robots that can grab giant trees, but only one at a time, and in this video we can clearly see several trees moving all at once, which led several YouTube channels to analyze the video and conclude that there might be something strange going on here. Not only that, in a specific moment of the video, several people noticed a tall, white figure moving around. Now, this doesn't exactly prove giants, but it leaves us with one very interesting question. Is there something strange going on deep in our woods? Which also leads us to a very strange video that was recorded by Thiago Almeida. Now, Thiago Almeida has a social media account where he goes about posting regular type videos. And in one specific situation, he was doing a trail with his dog deep in the woods. This is until his dog all of a sudden started barking at a certain direction. Thiago immediately notices a bunch of trees recently knocked down as if they were sticks.
No centro do mato, só tem mato aqui em volta. E ele começou a latir para esse ponto da trilha. E eu fui ver o que ele tava latindo, achei que era algum bicho. A primeira coisa que a gente viu foi que essa parte da mata caiu, não tem evidência nenhuma de que foi lenhador ou alguma coisa. Aí eu segui mais pra cá e eu achei essa marca.
He then proceeds to analyze the area and finds one giant footprint. He then looks around and finds another footprint. When he realizes that the footprints are actually fresh and that he might not actually be all alone and that whatever this thing is might actually be very big, he gets the heck out of there as fast as possible. Now remember that this was recorded in Brazil and there are no bears. So that brings us to this same question. Is there something big hiding in our woods? Well, maybe there is. And Jim Mills' Purple Grizzly YouTube channel might actually have captured it on camera. In June 2001, Jim Mills, the leader of a youth group, was having a great time in the woods on the annual Marble Mountains backpacking trip. There were several people around. This is until they noticed something strange just next to them. What appeared to be some sort of shelter built by something very strong and possibly big.
Some kind of creature has taken and piled tons and tons of
There were
leaves,
several
branches,
big trees that had been snapped down to build this shelter.
no human marks of a saw. Everything snapped.
This is until one of the people around actually notices something really big coming down the mountain just next to them, and they proceed to record it. And this is what they captured on camera. Check this out.
Oh my word.
Bigfoot's walking down right now.
Uh-huh.
See, he's standing taller. Oh, I'll get back to camp.
We see something moving on the hill above.
Like right on the
Yeah.
other side of it. No, it stopped and looking at us.
It's kind of looking at us.
I don't see it.
Moving now.
The trees.
Whatever this thing is, it has to be massive. If you compare it to the trees around, it's just too big to be any regular human being.
Right under that big wall. Right there.
The bigger patch of the three patches is
like a person.
It does not look like a person. Its arms are way too big. Look at how long the hands hang down to the...
How can you see from
they're down to the...
His arms obviously hang below his knees.
After being posted, the video amassed millions of views and thousands of comments from people all over the world, and was actually later featured on news channels and other YouTube channels as maybe one of the best evidence of Bigfoot or some sort of giant humanoid being. Now I could go on for hours showing you guys videos like these, but it still doesn't answer a couple of questions. Questions like, why would anyone want to cover this up, and where do they come from? Now, taking into consideration that there are many stories of giants in the past, and that maybe let's take into consideration that they might actually have helped humans build the world in ancient times with some sort of hidden technology, there might be actually a good reason for the government not to want us to know about it. What if they already exchanged knowledge and technology with these beings somehow? then it would actually make a lot of sense that they don't want us knowing about it. But still, I'm not too sure, and there's very little proof of it. I want to know your thoughts. What do you think on the topic, and have you ever seen anything like this before? Well, this is it for now, but we do have more videos. Don't forget to check them out, and don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to the channel with notifications on for more videos like this. And also, if you want to send me strange and creepy videos, thatimpossiblechannel@gmail.com. And I'll see you guys again.